All right, superstars. My name is Acheampong. I'm a senior field trainer with this company, and today I want to talk about ManyChat and automatic messaging, and then how this can help you build your business. Okay. So without further ado, this is my ManyChat page. Okay, linked to my business page. Okay, so ManyChat works perfectly with business pages. So if you don't have a business page, you can actually create one on Facebook. It is really easy to do that. So once you get a business page, you can actually hook it up with your ManyChat. Now today what we're going to do is we're trying to create a growth tool or a string of messages called flow, which automatically takes over the conversation between you and a prospect client without you actually getting involved in it. So without further ado, let me go into flows. And we can create a new flow by clicking on new flow here. Now for training purposes, I'm gonna put in training and then hit create. Now once you hit create, this is the page you see, all right, on your ManyChat. So you can first of all put in your first message, which you want to send to your client or prospect client as soon as they interact with or opt in into your messaging. So for time saving purposes, I have my scripts on another tab, so I'm going to click on this tab, and then these are my scripts. Okay. So to make it easy and fast, I'm going to copy the scripts which says welcome. The first name over there automatically picks your prospect client's first name. Okay, so it makes it a little more personalized. So I'm going to copy this and then go back to, let me move this out of the way. All right, awesome. And then go back to the new flow you're creating. So I'm just going to paste it. So you see that. This is how it appears on your phone, okay? So I'm going to add a button here. You should always have a call to action button in the bottom section, okay? All right, so give me a minute. Let me go back to the regular page, and then it's either a yes or a no. So I'm going to go back and then put yes. Sometimes I can add an emoji. If you want to, you can. So the new button, I'm going to delete the new button over there and put yes, right? Awesome. So that is it. So I'll click on send message. Once I click on send message, right? Send message is also opening up another script after the person chooses the yes. So once I click on send message, hang on a minute. All right. So once they click on the yes, right? The next call to action is to send a message in response to the yes. So once you click on done, click on the send message. The second message template pops up, right? So you click on that. I'm going to go to my next message from my other tab, which is after someone clicks a yes, this link shows you what comes next. So I click on this, right? This is the script right here. So I can copy, highlight all of this. Sorry. So I can highlight, what is this thing acting up? All right. So I can highlight all of this, copy, and go back to my other tab, paste it right here, right? So it says, okay, let's say Mr. Stanley, we can definitely help clear those up for you. Yada 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 tells you about all the services, okay, and then some of them. So even the less you talk about, the better, because it instills some sense of what do we call this, suspense, and then somebody wanting to know something more, right? So if you say and much more, they want to know more. So the next call to action after this is, guess what? How much? Because normally I've spoken with a lot of people, and right after you tell them the services, the whatever services that you have to offer, the next thing they would ask you is how much does it cost, right? So automatically I put how much right here. It seemed like a no-brainer to me. So I put in how much. So the new button, delete that, and then you put how much, right? Now the next call to action is to send them a message once they click on the how much. So I click on send message, that's message number 2, and then I click on it again. And then it opens up the next sequence. So once they click on how much, looking at this graph, force them to this message. So how much should be you telling them about how much it costs. So without further ado, without wasting any much time, I'm going to copy this. It says it's 188. Breaks it down. Tell them it's not a contract. It's best they stay in the process for 4 months so they can get optimum results, and whether they're getting started today. So I copy it, and then I paste it right here, right? Get it started today, right? So obviously, it's either a yes or no answer. So I add a button here, says yes. And mind you, you can put emojis on here because you could go to your computer's touch keyboard. Mine is touch, so I have a touch keyboard. So you can actually pull this up and then go to the emoji part and then put an emoji in there, okay? So let me put this one in here. So yeah, you can add an emoji like that. So I have a yes here, and then you see, since you see this red thing, it means it's not embedded, or it's not forwarding any other message. It means it's not complete. It needs another step. So let me close this. All right. So it needs another step. So the next thing I'm going to do is, hang on. Since they say yes, I need to send them some kind of congratulatory message. Awesome. So the next thing I tell them, I send them is congratulations on the best decision ever. Let's get you started right away. Click on the button below to get started. All right. So I go and put this after the yes, the next message, the next call to action is going to be a message. So this is the message. All right. Awesome. So the next button over here is going to be, yes, fix my credit, or get started, or whatever you choose to put over there. So you can put, sorry, fix my credit now. Then instead of clicking on send message, you will be clicking on open a website. So once you click open a website, you can put your the link to your 188 link page over here. Right? Let me copy mine right away. All right. So this is my enrollment link. You can see this, it's the 188 link. All right, and section number 3. All right, so once they click on fix my credit now, you tag it or you attach it to, the next call to action is going to open a website, and then the website address, you're going to paste it over here. So this is my link, right? And then you click done. So you're done with this. When everything goes smoothly and they actually agree with everything. Now let's go with where they don't agree with everything. So once they go to how much, normally the rejections or the, when they start throwing negative stuff at you is after you tell them the price. So once they know the price, which is it's 188, one time set of fee, they might probably say no. So you can add another button here and say No. Right? Okay. And then that is going to send them another message. Your next call to action is going to be sending another message, right? So let's go back here. And then the message for the response to not getting started today is, let's say not today. So once they click on not today, it's going to be, oh, sorry about that. So the next script I asked, or the next question I asked them is, what is stopping you from preparing your credit today, right? So I'm going to copy this and then post it right here, paste it right here, right? Obviously, sometimes it's usually too expensive, right? Too pricey. All right. Okay. And then the other option I chose was, or talk to an agent. I always put talk to an agent here because if it's not too expensive, then you should be enrolled right now, right? Which means they have something they want to talk about. So I add talk to an agent, right? And I'm going to link it to call number. So this call number is going to be my number. So it's going to be 774-386-0874. So this is my personal number or my business number. So it's either they choose it's too expensive or they're talking to me, right? So once they click on too expensive, all right, I'm going to send them another message, okay? This is going to be message number 5. So I click on it again, and then it opens up another template or something you can put your messages over there. So once they say too expensive, hang on, let me copy this. So too expensive will open up this message. So it's usually, that's when you send them the discount, okay, or the special. So I'm gonna copy this and then paste it right here. All right, so it's usually $188, but if you choose to claim your $100 gift certificate, it's only $89 a month for as long as you want the service. We have limited coupons left, okay? This, once you say we have limited coupons left, you're creating a sense of urgency. So they have to, or if they want to, or they're interested, and it's been reduced to $89, they will have to click on that, right? So there's very little coupons left. Please take action now, as this promo may be gone the next time you reach here or land here. Like I said before, it's not a contract, so hang on a minute, I'll get back to that. So it's not a contract, but I recommend that you stay in the service for at least 4 months to see the best results. We will be doing yada, 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 all of that. So the next call to action over here will be, claim my discount. Or claim my special. All right, so that is gonna finish my talk with them, because right there, once they click on that, it should be linked up to my $99 website, okay? So I'm gonna go to, hang on a minute, enrollment. So let me open it in another tab. Move this away. All right. So this is a $99, the regular $188. To make it easy for you to know which of the links you're using, go back to your URL. And instead of putting 99 here, make it 0. That is how you easily see it. If it's the 139 link, you can definitely make it 49. and then it'll change to the 139 link. So I'm going to put 0 here, and then it opens up the $89 link. You see that? Awesome. So that's how easy you could actually edit your URL to see which one you're offering. So I'm going to copy this URL, go back to my sorry, go back to my flow, and then link it to this URL, right? Now that is going to be the call to action. So once they click on claim my special, it will be taking them to my $89 link. So actually, I think basically that is it. Basically, that's just it. So there's a welcome message which you can create separately. So once anybody clicks on your message button on your page, they're going to be getting this message. Okay, so welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Are you interested in getting a car? Whatnot. So this actually kind of leads the whole flow, right? It starts the whole conversation. So you could create another welcome message, and I'll show you how to create that. But then so far, we have almost everything done with the kind of discussion you'll be having. So the first message is, okay, Mr. Stanley gives you a little bit detail, some details about the info, and this is using me as a default. So look at that. See, it changed it to, okay, Rocky. That's how it works. So it will replace the first name variable with the info from your profile. So depending on the profile of the person who is actually corresponding or responding to your post, this is going to be changing. All right. And then the next message, the next thing is how much, or I want to talk to an agent here. All right. And it's going to be linked up to my phone number. All right. So once they click how much, it will be taking them to, there's an editing stage, so it's going to be popping up like that. So once they click on how much, it should be taking them to this. So they get it started today, yes or no. Once they click yes, they should be seeing this. Congratulations on the best decision ever. And then once they click fix my credit now, it will be linked to my 188 website or form. Now, once they click no, I ask them, what is stopping you from repairing your credit today? Right? And the most common objection is it's too expensive. So once they click on too expensive, they will be getting this. It's usually 188, but then you can claim your $100 gift card, and then you'll be paying $89 only. And once they claim their special, guess what? They will be taken to my $89 link. So basically, this is the whole process. This is the whole conversation. So I can actually publish this and see how it looks like. So I'm gonna go to my growth tools, and hang on a minute. All right, so there's a growth tool we just created. It's called training. Do you remember I named it training? So once you click on training, this is how it looks like from your dashboard in ManyChat, okay? So once anybody clicks on yes, there's the next thing they receive, okay? How much, and the whatever it comes with, right? The how much, and then talk to an agent. So once they click on how much, there's the next message they should be receiving. it's 188, one time sort of fee, the fees or whatever. Once they click on yes, guess what? The next call to action is to click on this button, which takes them to the form. Now let's go back. They click on how much, and then the next thing they should see is the price. If it's too expensive for them, they're going to choose no. Once they choose no, the next question is what is stopping them from repairing their credit today? They might tell me it's too expensive. So once they claim it's too expensive, I send them the discount. Claim my special. Okay, that is the call to action. So once they claim that $100 special, they are being taken to my $89 link. So it's a pretty simple process. Now, how they opt in into this is by creating a welcome message. So this is my welcome message, okay? It says, welcome, your first name. Congratulations on taking the first step towards a sound credit financial future. Thanks for contacting me, repairing your credit. So they click on repair my credit, like Cyrus just did. So they repair my credit, it automatically, you can add the flow that you just created here. So there's the flow I already have. So the first one is going to be, are you trying to get a car or home? Did you see that? And then after that, there will be, it's going to follow the whole process that I just did. So let me go back here. I think I have some messages. So let me look at this. Daphne says she's not near her computer. Don't worry, it's going to be recorded, so it's going to be in the. So there's the process. Let me copy this in the first place. I think I didn't add this to what we just created. So copy, and then we're going to go back to the training, go to the flows, and then training. So I'm going to go to edit flow. Awesome. So this is the first message they get once they start. Remember, the first message I had on the other flow, there's the same thing. Welcome, their first name. Thanks for subscribing. Are you trying to get a car or home? Whatever, right? So it starts the whole same process. But I can say no here, just for the sake of people who click on this like mistakenly. So once they say no, the only option I give them is talk to me, right? It's gonna send another message. I'm gonna say, what is stopping you? And I say, or you want to talk to an agent? And then I'll put talk to an agent here. Hook it up to my phone number. Done. So I can publish this. So now it's published. The first message they see will be this: welcome, welcome Rocky, thanks for subscribing. The next message they're going to see is going to be this once they click on yes, okay, and much more. The next question they ask, how much? The same process. So it's just the same thing, right? So I can go to Flow Builder so you can actually see the whole thing, how it looks. So that's how it's mapped by ManyChat. So it's a yes or no. They click no, they go here. They click yes, they go here, right? Now once they click how much, they go here. Yes goes here, no goes there. Once they say no, it's either too expensive or they want to talk to somebody. If it's too expensive, they go here and then they claim the special. So it's just this simple. That is how the process is. Now we're done with creating the flow or creating the string of messages. Now how to hook it up to a post so that ManyChat is automatically going to start firing as soon as someone engages or comments on the post. So I can go to growth tools. your growth tool. Oh, I have too many growth tools here. There's the basic. So there's a limit to how many growth tools you can actually have. So let's say I'm going to use one of my already existing growth tools, okay? Now you see it's already hooked up to this. It's already hooked up. And the reason why this change post is grayed out is because it is already active. It's active on the page. So I can put it in the draft mode, and then it changes this. Now this is, you can actually see that it's activated. So what you need to do is once you go to a growth tool, you can pick the post you want it embedded under. So I have all of these. My Instagram page is linked to my Facebook business page. So whatever I post on my Instagram page reflects on my Facebook page. It kind of saves time and energy. So you can choose whichever post you want to put it under, right? You can choose whatever post you want people to react with. Post that that it elicits information from people. So this one says I'm helping, I don't know what number this is. I don't know if it's, I'm helping, let's say 15 people restore their credit with a blessing until 12 a.m., right? And the call to action, you can put a copy on top of that and say, you're being, comments info or me, or I need help under this. As long as it's in the affirmative, I would have, the bot take over, because you're only asking for affirmative answers. People are only going to react with this if they know that they need it. So I can choose this, right? And then as soon as, the post is changed, all right? So you can confirm that I confirm that the selected post is explicit to this page. That is explicit to this page is going to contact users who comment via Messenger, right? So I can check this. Once you check on first level comments only, sometimes people comment multiple times, okay? The first level comments is going to be the very first comment the person comments, right? And then Messenger is going to fire up, okay? When a user leaves a comment, send a message after 8 seconds. You can actually change this, okay? You can change it to maybe 10 seconds, 1 minute, all of that. Okay, exclude comments with these keywords. If someone is commenting on this post with some keywords, you can actually look for negative keywords and then put it over here, but I choose to leave it open. I want as many people as possible. Whether you say no or yes, you'll be getting it. Unless you unsubscribe by typing stop to the whole string of messages. And then only trigger for messages with these keywords. Now, once you can actually put positive keywords over here, and then once ManyChat suspects or actually detects that these keywords are in the messages that people are sending, ManyChat is going to fire up. I also leave this thing open because I want to reach out to as many people as possible. So once you do this, you can save it and then turn it to active. Then you're all set. So once anybody reacts to this post on your business page, ManyChat will fire up. Okay. Does anybody have a question with this? I know this might seem a little bit techy, but just take your time. It took me some time to learn this, so I know it might be something. Right. Does anybody have a question? You can unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a lot, but I know it's going to take a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, it took me quite some trial and error, but hey, it was really worth it.
Yes.
Or if you have somebody that you can pay to do this for you, they can actually do that. Of course, they're going to charge you for something. And but apart from that, it's pretty simple. If you know the kind of questions that people ask you, the kind of responses you give to people, it can be really, really easy.
I know my wife had a potential client a couple of hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she, the young lady